What happens when the galaxy's most sadistic reality show forces you to dress up in historical regalia, manage an entire kingdom, and survive a brutal, non-stop royal ball where every single guest actively wants to wear your skin? You get The Butcher's Masquerade, the explosive and deeply unhinged fifth installment of Matt Dinniman's best-selling dungeon crawler Carl series. Carl and his newly ascended hyper-celebrity Persian tat, Princess Donut, have finally made it to the fifth floor, the Celestial Masquerade. This floor abandons the traditional dungeon crawl format for a twisted high society nightmare. The surviving crawlers are forced to pick noble titles, build castles, and manage armies while navigating cutthroat galactic politics broadcast live to trillions of bloodthirsty viewers. Carl, still wearing his iconic pink Crocs and boxers, is designated as the Butcher of New Paris, a title that marks him as the #1 target for every backstabbing alien hunter, corrupt corporate executive, and psychotic boss in the system. The absolute mastery of this book lies in the astonishing escalation of both the comedic chaos and the jaw-dropping tactical combat. As the floor progresses toward its titular final event, a massive royal gala where the elite of the galaxy arrive to personally assassinate the crawlers, Carl has to step up his game from simple brawler to an absolute tactical mastermind. The banter between Carl and the delightfully sassy, paparazzi-obsessed Princess Donut reaches a hilarious peak as they navigate tea parties, handle rebellious AI-generated peasants, and try to avoid being murdered by a giant, terrifying entity known as the Gatekeeper. Watching Carl weaponize the dungeon's own hyper-complex, glitched game mechanics to turn a high-class societal ball into an absolute explosive slaughterhouse is pure, unadulterated LitRPG perfection. However, beneath the layers of exploding castles, magical cat spells, and dark humor, The Butcher's Masquerade delivers a devastating emotional punch that makes it the darkest, most profound entry in the series. The systemic exploitation by the Borant Corporation is reaching a boiling point, and the psychological trauma is visibly fracturing Carl's mind. The system AI itself is growing increasingly erratic, vengeful, and disturbingly obsessed with Carl's bare feet. As beloved friends and allies face horrific, permanent deaths in the arena, Carl's internal monologue shifts from simple survival to an all-consuming, righteous fury. He stops trying to just survive the game. He starts actively building an underground revolution to permanently break it. The narrative brilliantly tackles heavy themes of systemic oppression, corporate desensitization to violence, and the true cost of retaining one's soul when forced to act like a monster to defeat monsters. Supported by a legendary cast of fan-favorite characters, including the delightfully manic swear-word-loving crawler Donby and Donut's fierce velociraptor pet Mongo, this audiobook is an absolute masterpiece of sensory world-building. The progression mechanics are incredibly intricate, making every stat point, rare loot box drop, and newly unlocked kinetic ability feel like a vital lifeline in an impossible war. The pacing is a relentless adrenaline ride that builds toward an unforgettable, earth-shattering climax that will alter the fate of the entire universe. Ultimately, The Butcher's Masquerade delivers a phenomenal, emotionally exhausting listening experience that proves when you push a good man too far into the dark, he won't just survive the masquerade, he will completely burn the ballroom down.